I am in queue to join you. Yeah. When's the double XP over? Uh, nah. Yeah, I'm walking that way now. $21. Do you do something for me? Alright, just let me know when to head in. Do either y'all watch anime? God, I loved the what's coming out this month. Like, I'm a big isekai fan. There's something about that genre that I like. Um, like just the sheer amount of them that have come out so far this month. I could never get with Bleach. Like the last arc I watched, they were not in the what was the soul place called? I can't remember where all this little they left there to go fight. I think it was the Bounce, the people who had the numbers on their faces. And then like halfway through that arc, all of a sudden he's protecting this princess girl. Um, I quit watching it once they went to the others when they left the island. Like I've kept up with it and to see what goes on. I guess TikTok pretty much spoiled it for me, but like I didn't like when the my biggest letdown with any anime was Infinite Dendogram. Did you ever see that one? It is what Sword Art could have been. It loads in, and it literally says this is a game with infinite possibilities, and like he walks up to just random NPCs and gets quests. So they literally could have taken the anime anywhere. Like he wasn't trapped in the game; he can leave whenever. But it's like if you or I were to go play like VR chat or something, like they literally could have taken anime anywhere, like done anything with it, but they just canceled it after one season, which happens a lot with the animes. Like March 31st though, when Black Clover movie comes out, I'm gonna watch it like 30 times. Did you see they announced the they say it's not the same anime, but it's just pretty much just a continuation of Fairy Tail. It's the Thousand Year Quest or whatever that it ended on. The art they released kind of did spoil a large portion of the what was going to happen in the seasons because I don't read mangas. I don't have anything against them. It's just not my forte. It's just so much reading. Yeah, like my like my brother spoiled what. My brother spoiled what Deku turns into on what you call it, My Hero.
Time to die! Come out, come Westek out. Tower wherever you not are. Yours.
Have you have you have you watched this season? He's in the elevator. I'm shooting him with all the bullets I got. Oh, it's the wrong button.
Kill you quick.
It's the same thing when the fact that they get offended when they don't implement every single thing from the manga into the show. Uh, yeah. That's what happened with this new isekai one. It was a Korean manga, or whatever they call it in Korea, and it's set in Korea, but the anime adaptation is it's gonna be based in Japan. They changed the guy's name. They've already released art of what one of the girl characters is gonna look like, but she's not even until the 80th chapter. But the season's only gonna be 12 episodes. That means they're gonna put all 80 chapters into 12 episodes, which means they're gonna miss a lot of stuff. And apparently, people who read that manga are very mad. I just now started watching that for the first time. I mean, it's the same thing people did when Seven Deadly Sins art got remastered when they changed the drawing style. I went to start watching that one day, and then accidentally started watching Seven Mortal Sins. And I was like, this is not what they told me it was going to be about. Because I don't know if you've seen Seven Mortal Sins, but it's a lot of titty licking. It's like the first episode opens with this girl just licking this other girl's titties. I was like, yeah, I've seen that one. But I don't remember there being anything in that. Oh, I remember the one girl getting raped in the first episode by the goblin. Well, there's yeah. No, what gets weird is Redo of Healer. Have you seen that? That that is the whole series is rape this, rape that. The whole is. I I got tricked by TikTok the other day. Like the anime, the clip they showed looked cool, like guys going Super Saiyan, and then I found out that it was not an anime. It was an adult anime. I still watched all its episodes because it had a good plot, but the first like 5 minutes of the episode, he gets killed by like the Mad Witch girl, and then well he's like a zombie or something, and then she tells him to go rape his master, so he does it, and then she's like, "Oh, I actually like this," but then it pretty much that's the only time it happens in the series. But it had a good plot. Like he gets like these super overpowered powers, but he only ever uses them once. And then like the last episode ends with the main bad guy killing the girl with this weird plant octopus thing going through her cooter. I mean, it's like pleasuring her, but it's eating her intestines. I was like, I didn't even finish the episode, so it's this. it's like Steel Witch and Rose.
Time to die. Ah, so weak. Ah.
Well, I didn't know until yesterday that there's a whole hentai category of little kids. What? Yeah, a woman I work with saw me watching Soul Reaper. She's like, "Oh, you watch cartoons still? That's so cute." And like, I got mad. Like, I don't have any like a 2D waifu or a full body pillow or anything, but like, I enjoy some of the plots. Like, there are a few 2D people I wouldn't mind having as my wife, but as weeb as that sounds. There's one anime called Monster Girl Doctor. Have you seen that one? Yeah, he's a doctor, but he, for whatever reason, they only made it where he works on female monsters. And it opens up with him grabbing this cowgirl, grabbing her boobs, filling for lumps. But apparently that's her pleasure center and her ears. So like I had to plug my headphones in because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Also didn't know my phone was connected to my Bluetooth, and so whoever was awake heard loud moaning. Oh, I think it's really cool. It would have been cool if they merged that anime. Oh yeah, I think. Did you ever watch Prison School? It's a lot of butt stuff in that. Like the females like to shove stuff up the dude's butts. It was unpleasant. Like it's like she did one stick and then there's this blood squirting out of the dude's ass. I was like, this is uncomfortable. But then like the sixth or seventh episode, yeah, the sixth or seventh episode, they're trying to break out of the school, and he's got to go to the bathroom, and then one of the girls who's like the corrections officer is the equivalent of in that school, um, doesn't know he's trying to sneak out, so she goes into the stall but slips and rips his pants down, and he pisses in her mouth. I hate that. I hate it. doesn't that just mean like you like Japanese culture, or is that otaku? So there's a word like when somebody really likes like the Japanese culture, it's I think it's otaku. That's what like they consider themselves. Like they learn Japanese, they learn their culture, Japan, a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, for me for sure.
Smell you out there, little sneak.
Nah. Like, I mean, we. I mean, yeah, I mean, we sent them our biggest firework. Oh my gosh, I've seen it. Did you seen the video? The dude gets busted by his lance corporal. He's on Marine base, and he's walking. the Yeah, you get Reese Gimri from DXD. That was like the first anime like I watched because like I didn't grow up on it, but nobody told me what DXD was really about. They just told me I should watch it. Hmm. Did you did did you? Ooh, I reached level 50. Hmm. Yep. A lot of the females do OnlyFans with it too. I work with a furry. Her persona is a moon fox. Did you hear about that school that had to install a litter box because the girl considered herself a cat? Have y'all seen the videos of them just picking up the hundreds of pounds of needles off the floor in this sidewalks? They have huge green dumpsters dedicated to just needles. Like, uh, one of the one of the sheriffs that comes to my job on the weekends for security, he's got the gun license. It's like $10,000 a year to renew. I mean, he's probably got 500 600 guns. He has he has 12 Berettas, 50 cows. He he has two pre-banned Kalashnikovs. He's he's had offers for like $2 3 million for those two guns. Like he gets ATF inspections like I think 6 7 times a year. Like he has to have a room. It's pretty much a vault. It's got an armored door. He has a fingerprint scanner. Um, but in that room, he has safes, and in those he's got labels. So like this gun's right here, that gun's right there. I have this much ammo, this bit in this safe. It's pretty cool. But he's probably got. He showed me pictures. He's probably got 50, 60,000 rounds of ammunition in his house. like
You disappear. No fair.
the I picked up a grenade launcher. Oh yeah, my dad's nonprofit gets like probably a good 2 or 3 thousand MREs donated every year. I mean, we give him out in outreach and stuff, but all he's got to do is just put some of those in like some of that stuff lasts forever. I mean, the nasty ass biscuits they give you that feel like you're eating paper. But like, I need somebody to open the door. Yeah. There's right down the street from my brother's grandmother. There's a guy who built his house like a castle, and he's got a moat around his house. And he's got a water purification building in his backyard also. But if I'm pretty sure he was on Doomsday Preppers also. Uh, did y'all ever, I don't really watch a lot of Joe Rogan's podcasts. I mean, there's a few guests I watch. There's one, the dude and his friends got into like the undercarriage of London, and they got into like their water system and a bunch of their pipes. Well, not so much the catacombs, but just like the under system, like where they do all the power lines and all that stuff. And they found this door. They just went through the door that carried them like an extra 100 feet deep. And they just found that there were what are they called? What are the things they put on the streets? The circle metal iron things, so you can go down into the sewers. Um, no, like the lid, whatever that lid's called. They saw those on their roofs, but they were like 100 feet deep. And they opened one up and they went up inside and they saw that there was cameras pointed at them. So like, let's just go back down in here. But they got into one of the bunkers that they built for like military officials. What? You can probably still find the article. This dude, I think it was in like Virginia or something somewhere. The guy was at a grocery store. I believe it was a grocery store. It was at some sort of store. He found I'm pretty sure it was a CIA badge on the ground. I mean, he figured it was fake, but he took it to the address. But the address was in the mountain. It was just this huge door, and they found out that it was one of the bunkers that they built for military officials and their families. I forget. There's like a four-letter acronym for what they're called. But a lot of those bunkers, you can't even bring your family. It's just one designated spot. Hmm. I mean, you could, what you call it? I mean, you can also do like suggestive programming. Also, like they can put a fake story on the news for a month, go to a building and put a bunch of like emergency vehicles out there, hire a few crisis actors, and for a month just play that story nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. It did. People will actually believe that it happened. Like what was it? I think it was CNN got caught using crisis actors for like 2 or 3 school shootings. Like it was the same 3 people on the news. Like you can't be in like 6 years apart still going to the same school. Oh, my ear itches. No, he's not. He got released like that same day. Oh, he did? Ah. He's had like, uh, I just saw it when it happened. He just had like 6 girls come out with rape allegations against him. Process. The what was I about to say? There's like what you were saying about those girls that said that they said they didn't say that. Like you could make a post or make like a fake website right now, write an article demeaning whatever male celebrities in the news right now, and post it, and then 3 or 4 people will think that's a real website, and then they'll repost it. Then their friends will see it, think it's a real website, then they'll repost it. But if you look at the URL, it's like 623q.vx7, and people think it's a real article. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Did you ever hear about the dude that put those 2 Facebook AIs together and they started creating their own language with each other? Yeah, it was like it was real big, like 5 or 6, well, say about 4 years ago. You had the female, then you had the dude. Like you could, it had preemptive questions and answers. You could ask it, and then somebody made them start talking to each other, and then they started creating their own language. But then like Facebook took that down pretty much as soon as that video got real big. I've never even heard of it. I mean, it's the fact that Demi Lovato changing her gender and hair for the 95th time is more breaking news than the fact that there's more people in Saudi Arabia in slavery than the history of our planet combined. Or that the fact that two of the biggest, most popular billionaires with celebrities and politicians can get, like, what's the word where you get found guilty in jail, and then jail in court, convicted of sex trafficking, and then, like, it's talked about for 2 days and nobody talks about it anymore. But like it's the same thing that happened with the dude that had some dirt on the Clintons, and then he was found shot in his house, and they found out he was shot upstairs in the head. Then he somehow, with no guns in his house, with some and a bullet hole in his head, was able to walk down into his basement and shoot himself in the head again. Like every person who has had dirt on the Clintons in the last 20 years has literally died. That's that's the meme of, oh, they'll suicide you. And if you also look, I found this out the other day, which I thought was fake until I looked it up. Every person who's come out with a water powered engine for cars and stuff have all died. Like the that not the school shooting, but whatever that big last mass shooting where like 20 people got died. One of the dude one of the dudes in there had a patent pending for a hydro powered auto engine. Like it could just be one huge coincidence. Oh, your mic is cutting out mega bad. Man, you weren't even on Walmart Wi-Fi. You're on Piggly Wiggly. No, the one in Uvalade. He was 18 years old, had no gun, I mean, had no money, no credit, was able to get his hands on a Daniel Defense M4, and I forget what the other one was. Um, just walked in, had no money, and somehow got two military grade. That was he. Those are just the M4s. He had, I think, three other guns and had like 5,000 rounds of ammunition. And the going theory right now is that some activist group got a hold of him and got into his head and gave him the guns. Oh yeah. You could see it in the videos.
You die. See what your science has made, human.
Like every, what, 2 seconds? Remember that. Yeah. That's a whole lot of floppy disks. Oh yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with the Kennedy assassination. Like they knew, I mean, they've made movies about it. Like they literally, all those files that was just released, it all but says, "Hey, FBI, we killed Kennedy." Oh Oh yeah, man. They talked about how they're exploring alternate dimensions, mind control. They're doing a lot of stuff with DMT. If you know anything about DMT, everybody pretty much describes seeing the same exact thing. People who've never met each other. So it's like that the comedian dude who's like, you don't believe in any conspiracy theories, like you believe the government tells you the whole truth all the time. Oh yeah. It's like when Google Maps came out, they still tried to deny Area 51 existed. It's like you can see it plain as day. Like there, oh, did y'all see all those videos? That video's pictures. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is, but pictures that were supposed to have been taken, I think in like World War II by the whatever that dude was that went to Antarctica, the I think Air Force dude. But then when he had all the pictures and presented them to the Congress, he all but was pretty much discredited as a. I'm pretty sure he was an admiral, and all his pictures were covered up, but they got released with all those files that got declassified and used. Like it's just ancient ruins. You got statues of huge penguins of what people would have looked like back in the day. I mean, they've already proven that Antarctica used to be a continent. I mean, because like I think it was UCLA did a lidar scan of the whole Antarctic, and you can see mountain ranges where lake deposits used to be. Uh, like that what's it called, the Ancient Apocalypses documentary on Netflix, where the dude goes into all these different pyramid structures that have existed in different parts of the world. Like one of them, they dated to be like 50,000 years old. The what she's called, um, like say right now they were to nuke Portland, because he said Portland earlier. That's what made me think it. And but they don't want people to know in 100 years that that's what happened. They can slowly remove stuff from history books and online to the point where people born in like 2 or 3 more generations will never have heard about it. Like the was it Muhan Square or whatever the thing happened in China where the military like butchered everybody in that store. People, yeah, people in China now don't even know that happened. Like it's not it's such a censored country. Well, we are kind of a little bit too, but you can't find anything about it in China. Like it's you go to China and they say that never even happened for the people who've heard of it. They say it's an American story made up.
You have to come out sooner or
Oh
later.
yeah, yeah, I saw that. When I was in high school, I graduated in 2017. This is my 11th grade year, so 20 like 15, 16. A bunch of files got leaked online about how Rockefeller paid the scientist off the year that he was at the Geneva Convention about how what oil really is and where it comes from and how he was able to use it for certain things. And that way his proposal could get passed to use it and mass produce it. But then like 2 months after it got leaked online, it was never heard of again. You can't even find it. It's the same thing with the not fragments, the parchments of that they found in somewhere in Egypt or something, where it said that a lot of the ancient Egyptians actually found the pyramids when they migrated there. They're already like the water decay on the Sphinx. They're trying to. Well, the Egyptian government won't let people test it, but the dude who was able to get a sample, whatever scientist dude's name was, said that the just from the water erosion itself on the Sphinx predates it 6,000 years than when they said it was built. And like, there's also a Sphinx in Pakistan. A lot of people don't know that, but it's just super duper eroded. Oh, I I went to school with a guy named Austin. He used to buy his weed from the darknet and get it sent to Walmart and vacuum sealed because Walmart can't go through your packages. Yeah, dude. Yeah, but that's back when Silk Road was still a thing.
Time to die!
Oh, I need to interrupt you because I think I know you're about to say. If you were to take like Christianity, Hindi, ancient, like Greek mythology, Aztec mythology, Mayan mythology, and take all their gods, angels, deities, they all are pretty much all the same people. They all pretty much describe the same exact thing happening. They all have an ancient flood in their stories, and they all have existed at different time periods. All the pyramids around the world all have the same stone marker and a carving in it of a person holding a bucket. Every ancient civilization has built pyramids, but has supposedly never had contact with each other. Ooh, boom. And it's crazy. Oh yeah. What's that? There's that equation. I think it's they there was that math equation they did. It was like DOMS or something, where as they from just what we've observed and found so far, you put in Earth-like planets, yellow sun, all this different stuff. Where assuming other life is exactly like ours, where you have to be carbon-based, even though there's no evidence that says all life has to be carbon-based. That's just from our small little pocket of the universe. There's like I think it was like 150 million possible planets that there's other Earth-like species. Oh, I crashed.